Hi thinkers, welcome to the microprocessor playlist on ThinkX Academy. So from this section, which is the section 4 of this playlist microprocessor, we are going to focus on the data movement instructions. So far in section 1, 2 and 3 we have discussed how a microprocessor addresses the main memory, and we have studied various addressing modes like register addressing, immediate addressing. Now we are going to focus on the instructions, right? So first important point is that there is a native binary code which we already know that it is in the form of zeros and ones, and the microprocessor understands only this native binary code, right? So that's a very important point. So whatever instruction we are going to write in assembly, it will have to first get converted into the binary code so that the microprocessor can execute that particular instruction, right? So microprocessor can understand the binary code, and uh, it will use these instructions to perform operations. So we have already studied some basic instructions like the move instruction, the add instruction. In this section we are going to discover a lot of instruction types which includes the move instruction. I'm just going to name them all: move SX, move ZX, right? So they are just variants of the same instruction. Then we have some instructions that are performed inside a stack, which is the push, pop, right? So these are just instructions and we will study them in detail. We will study what are the uses of these instructions, and we will also cover all the instruction formats, right? So there are so many instructions. We have also studied about exchange instruction, which is used to swap the values of items, right? And similarly we have some more instructions: in, out. Then we have LEA, very important instruction, which is load effective address. Similarly, we have all of these instructions are very important. We are going to discuss all of them in this section in detail because they all have different points, right? So there are lots of you can see these are lots of instructions, but you just have to study one instruction, right? For example, you will study move instruction and other instructions will be much similar, right? So you don't need to do the memorization work a lot, and these names already you will understand what are the uses of these instruction, right? So we have the last two instructions as LAHF and SAHF, right? So these are the basic instructions in a microprocessor that we are going to study in the section 4. Then there are some other instructions which are also known as string instructions. String instructions are also very important. We will also discuss these string instructions. Let me write the name of string instruction. One is the move S, right? So then LODS. So S is appended in front of the instruction. Then STOS, INS, and OUTS, right? So these are the string instructions. We will discuss them in detail. So we are going to start with a very simple topic, which is the title of this video, which is instruction formats, right? Or simply instruction format. We have two types of instruction. The first type will be a 16-bit instruction, right? And the second type is the 32-bit instruction, right? So we have two instructions, 16-bit and 32-bit. So we have already studied about a lot of instructions, like let's say for example we have move uh, ax comma, right, I'm just going to write here ax comma bx, which is used to uh, pass the contents of bx to the ax register, right? We've already studied these instructions. What we're trying to understand is we are going to convert these instructions into some binary code, right? And these instruction, these code, we are just going to we are just assigning a format to it so that it is easy for us to remember. And what the interesting thing that we're going to do is we will be given some instruction, right? For example, let's say we are given an instruction 8b e c h, right? So h means it is hexadecimal, right? So this is a 16-bit instruction, and what we are going to do is, interestingly, we are going to convert this hexadecimal into binary, right? It is very simple, we have already discussed it. And then using this binary code, we are going to understand what type of instruction it is, right? We are just going to convert the binary form to this form, which you can see here. And similarly, we can also do the vice versa of this, right? So first of all, we will have to understand instruction format, which is if we are given a 16-bit integer, there are some, you will have to divide the whole instruction in some sections. So in a 16-bit instruction format, we let me just draw some rectangles here. So we divide a 16-bit instruction into 4 different parts, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are the 4 parts of a 16-bit instruction. The starting from the last part, right? So this 16-bit instruction will be something like this. So let me just write an example here. Let's take this example 8BECH means hexadecimal. So you can see if you try to convert 8 into binary, the binary form will be like this. B, for B, we are going to write 1011, and similarly for E we are going to write 1 1 1 and 0, and the last one is C, which is 1 1 0 0. So this is the instruction which is stored inside the memory, and this is the instruction that the microprocessor will have to process or execute, right? So let's write this whole instruction here. You can see 8 is 1000, and then B is 1 0 1 1, then E is 1110, and C is 1100. So you can see that it is a 16-bit instruction, right? This whole is a 16-bit instruction. I'm just going to make a rectangle around this for simplicity, right? So this is the 16-bit instruction, and this instruction is divided into basically these 4 sections, right? Let me just write what these sections are. The last, starting from the last section, it is known as the immediate, right? And this section divides the instruction into 0 to 2 bytes, right? Which is from 0 bit to 16 bits. Then we have the displacement. Displacement is also is 0 to 1 bytes, right? Now in immediate addressing, we have the immediate address, so we can just write the immediate address here, and at the immediate address we can find the instruction, right? So that's why it is 0 to 2 bytes. Displacement is basically we are just providing some displacement. For example, let's say I'm saying move AX, and I'm going to say BX plus 1000H, right? Something like this. So this is actually the displacement. So we can add displacement in an instruction. Basically, since these two are direct data which are provided by the instruction, we are not going to focus on them. But these first two are very important, which we are going to focus more. This section is known as mod REG, all capital. REG means register dash R slash M. R slash M means register slash memory, right? So I'm just going to write here the names of this, right? Mod basically means mode of the data, which we will discuss later. REG means register, and R slash M means register slash memory, right? And this section contains 0 to 1 bytes. The last one is the most important one, which is the OP code, and this contains 1 to 2 bytes, right? So in an instruction we have these 4 sections. We are going to discuss, since these two instructions we have already studied about immediate addressing and if we can add displacement like this, right? So we do not need to study them. These two are very important parts, which is the OP code and the mode register slash memory, right? We will study both of them in detail in the next tutorials of this section 4. We will discuss OP code in the next tutorial, and then we will also discuss this mode, what is the meaning of this. But currently I just want you to just memorize this format, and from the next tutorial onwards we will use this format, right? In the 32-bit we have this whole structure, right? This whole 16-bit structure is there. So I'm just going to write here that this structure, or let me just redraw. First of all, let's focus on the 16-bit, right? We have this example 8BCBECH, right? This is the 16-bit instruction. In these 16 bits, the first 8 bits, which are from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right, till here, the first 8 bits are opcode, right? You can see in this instruction format the opcode is here. The rest of the section, or you can see the rest of the 8 bits are devoted to this section, which is mod register slash memory, right? Now in these 8 bits it is divided into 3 sections. One is mod, second is register, and the third one is register slash memory, right? So these are divided into 3 sections. The first 2 bits of this section is the mod section, right? So mod can be 2 bits. So it's mod can have value 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. In this case, in this example, the value of mod is 1 1. We will see what is the significance of having these values 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. It is already defined in the table, right? We will create a table which will define the use of each of these. So in case of mod field, if we have any one of these, it has a specific purpose. But at this point, I'm just giving you a structure of the instruction. We're not going to get into the details right now. We're just focusing on the format, right? So second one is the register, which contains 3 bits, right? So the next 3 bits are REG, and the last 3 bits are R slash M. So this is the instruction format of a 16-bit instruction, and this is how a 16-bit instruction, which is 8BECH, right? This is basically an example. The instruction can be anything. apart from this, I have just shown you this instruction because I just want to show you the structure of the instruction. So these 16 bits, when these 16 bits are passed to a microprocessor, the microprocessor understands this instruction by using these fields opcode, mod, reg, register and register slash memory. Each of these fields have a significance, and we will know that how these fields are actually used to convert this whole instruction of 16-bit into this assembly language instruction, which is the move or any other instruction like add or any among these which we have studied, right? So this is a 16-bit instruction format. Now let's focus on the 32-bit. In 32-bit we have first of all we have 6 sections here. Sorry, 7 sections. The first section is here. This is the second section, then the fourth, fifth, sixth and seventh, right? So there are 7 sections inside of a 32-bit instruction. So if we have an instruction which is not a 16-bit, it's a 32-bit, right? So let's see what will be the format and how the microprocessor will understand that type of instruction. First of all, in the last, we again have the immediate addressing, right? I'm just going to quickly write it. It is also 0 to 2 bytes. We again have displacement here, and it is again 0 to 1 bytes in a 32-bit uh, instruction format, right? 32-bit instruction. I will write instruction here so that you are not confused. Then after displacement, this field is known as scaled index, right? Scaled index. It is not there inside of the 16-bit register, but it is there inside 32-bit, and the size is 0 to 1 bytes, right? So out of 32 bits, it is going to consume 0 to 2 bytes. Now what is scaled index? Well, let me write an example, right? So let's say we have a 32-bit, right? For 32 we are going to use E, which is EAX extended. So move EAX, and let's say I say scale to EBX, right? Now this type of instruction is known as scaled index addressing, because you can see the source is twice EBX, right? So we have scaled it 2 times. Similarly, we can scale it 3 times. So instead of using immediate address or displacement, we are using scaled. For that, we are going to the instruction which we will write here. Instead of 16-bit, it will be of 32 bits, and out of that, it is going to occupy 0 to 1 bytes. And again, we have the mod register r/m, which is register slash memory, and again it is of 0 to 1 bytes, right? So the next one is again opcode, right, which is of 1 to 2 bytes, right, similar to the 16-bit. Now these two sections are additional, and it is there inside of the 32-bit instruction. This one is known as the register size, right? This one is known as the register size, and it occupies 0 to 1 bytes. The last one is the address size, and its size is 0 to 1 bytes again, right? So let me write an example of a 32-bit instruction. Basically, the register size always has a value of 66 in hexadecimal, and an address has a 67 as the hexadecimal, right? So if we have any instruction that starts with 66 and then we have, let's say I write, then again I'm writing 8BECH, right, similar to this. So if any instruction has 66 or 67 in front of it, it means that it is a 32-bit instruction format, right? That's very easy to understand whether we are considering the 32-bit format or a 16-bit format, and this is the way we try to understand it, right? So in the next tutorial we will understand the opcode, what is opcode, and we will study the significance of each and every bit inside of this opcode, right? So that's all for this tutorial. Thanks for watching.